Hi, it's Miriam, and today is August 13th, 2024, and here we are at Great Sand Dunes National Park in Alamosa, Colorado. And John and I, my husband, he's filming, arrived yesterday after a fantastic train ride for about 37 hours, plus a couple of layovers, and we arrived yesterday. And this is our first park this summer. And so today we are going to head to the sand dunes for some sledding. The temperature is like in the 70s, I think, but the sun is hot. So it's always important to make sure you have sunscreen on and make sure that you're dressed for the sand, because the sand is very hot and you don't want to get your feet, burned, or to feel hot. And of course, drink lots of water. And of course, I already picked up my Junior Ranger booklet, which I'm going to complete. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be sworn in and get my patch. So follow me. And we are traveling on a Cruise America RV this summer. And we just left a fabulous organic farm. It was wonderful. It's called a family park farm, and everything there is growing organically on organic soil. And we were able to buy lettuce and cucumbers and squash and cilantro and beets and onions, and that's what we're going to be eating the entire time we're in Colorado visiting these fabulous parks. After this park, we're going to head to Mesa Verde National Park, and then after that, Black Canyon at Gunnison National Park. So we're very excited. We've already been to Rocky Mountain, so that's a good thing. So yeah, come follow me. Well, we just had a bit of lunch and in the RV, and we got ourselves ready to go sledding on the very, very hot sand dunes. And it is going to be especially hot because it's about noon. The sun does get hotter in the afternoon, and sometimes you can't avoid going to certain places when the sun is very hot because of your itinerary, and that's okay. But just make sure that you are prepared. So wear your hat, make sure you put sunscreen on, and make sure you are dressed appropriately. Again, wear hiking pants and hiking boots, and tuck in the pants into your boot so that the sand doesn't get in. And of course, you cannot go sledding without your sand sled. And the park here does not rent them or sell them. You need to either buy them or rent them at other places. And we're very fortunate that where we're staying at the KOA Alamosa Great Sand Dunes, we can rent this sled, or you can also rent a board, and it's $20 a day. And so we're going to share it and enjoy it. So yeah. And of course, we got here, like I said, on our Cruise America rental. It's a great way to travel. This is our 5th Cruise America rental. So off we go into the sand dunes, which is that direction, I think. Yep, go. Well, here we are at the Medano Sand Dune, I believe the name of this area is called. And it's about 50 feet from our RV. So just a hop, skip, and a jump here. It's just spectacular. Look at the wonderful mountains and the sand dunes. It's really a beautiful day today. Wonderful. So let's start sledding.
Remember to lean back and hold on tight.
You got it.
Yay!
No, I
is your friend. The sand, not always.
The sand is one step forward, two steps back.
Yes. Really need
A chairlift.
to have good cardio. And good core. Should we try another one, John?
Yes, we shall.
Okay, your turn. Here we go, John. So third attempt at that gold medal. You got it. Nice. Very nice. Well, it's really beautiful here. We're all but specks on the planet, enjoying what Earth has to offer, and of course being smart about it and careful. Wow, that was a lot of fun sledding, and it's quite of a challenge, and you have to position yourself just right and make sure you don't go over any bumps. That'll help you flip over. But in 2019, we also went sledding at White Sands National Park in New Mexico. It was in December. It was cold, but it was wonderful, and we also enjoyed ourselves. But we're a little bit older now, and we don't sled as great as we used to, but it's a lot of fun. And after some sledding, I walked my way up to another sand dune peak up here. Just really beautiful. The weather's really beautiful. It's very breezy. It's cool. I have noticed many people in the sand shoeless, and as the sand gets hot, your feet are going to burn, so you really have to be careful. You don't want to take any risks. And see the just wonderful, really wonderful. Okay, so what goes up must come down. So now I'm going to walk back down to where we were. And coming down is not hard at all. And next we are going to do some hiking on some trails here. Wow, that was a lot of fun, the sand dunes. So now we're going to go into the trails, and we're here at Montville Trailhead. It's just a half-mile loop. So we're going to, it's a nature trail. We're going to learn what we see along the trail, and I'll probably learn a lot, and that I can use that information and knowledge to help complete my Junior Ranger book. And as I was reading here, I learned that bears frequent this area. So it's a good thing we have some bear spray. And you know where we got this bear spray? Yesterday, while we were picking up our RV, a family who was returning their RV and all the things that they no longer need because they're going home, said, would you like some bear spray? And we said, absolutely. And when I asked, where did you need the bear spray? And she said, we were at Yellowstone. The mom said, we were at Yellowstone. And we were at Yellowstone many, many years ago. And we saw a bear and big bison. Yeah, so come along on this nature trail. This way, please. And looks like the sun is hiding behind the clouds. It's a little bit cooler. Hopefully it won't rain. But you know what? Make sure that you always pack not only hydration, but a little umbrella in your backpack. And I also have a very light rain jacket, just in case it starts to suddenly rain without warning. And hopefully we won't see any bears. All right, come along. Sometimes you might need a little walking stick, and you can just make your own. If you see some loose branches around, pick one up and create your walking stick. Oh, that's even a better one. I can use the small one and you can use the big one. Instant walking stick, created by Mother Nature. And here, number 2 lets us know that we are at the Mosca Creek. And this is where animals and plants and people have always been attracted to. And if you go down here, you will see this creek and this really nice bridge. Can you hear that? So here's the Mosca Creek. Can you see that? Okay. And look at that little plant over there with red
Berries.
berries on it.
Sure are very poisonous.
Probably. All right, so let's see where post number 3 takes us. Wow, this is very interesting. This marks the area where in the 1800s was the little town site called Montville. And if you see these white posts over here and back here, this is most likely where there was a general store or a post office and also residential homes. Wow. It's nice to know where our past, what our past is. And here it is today, over 200 years later, right? 200 years later? Yeah. All right. Let's continue up the trail. Okay, here we are at post 4. And here you could see over here on your right, the white and green sign indicating that this is the Great Sand Dunes National Preserve. And the preserve covers approximately 41,686 acres. And Congress authorized the expansion of Great Sand Dunes National Monument in 2000. And today we know it's also Great Sand Dunes National Park. Just really wonderful. Did you hear that? Wonder what that bird is. Okay, so there's a lot of beautiful wildlife and nature here. Well, here we are at post 5, and this is called Nature's Pantry, this area here. And it asks us the question, how much of your food does your family grow, gather, or hunt? And we can answer that question because we grow a lot of our food in the summertime. We have a vegetable garden where we grow potatoes and carrots and eggplant and cantaloupe and carrots and a few other things. But anyway, back then it was very hard to grow food because of the climate and other factors. But what they could grow here was what they call wild rose. And wild rose hips provided people with vitamin C, which the settlers desperately needed to prevent scurvy and other illnesses. So we really need to pay attention to the medicinal value of plants. And there's a bug buzzing over my head. Oh, and that sound earlier that I thought was a bird, those were grasshoppers. Okay, let's continue on to post 6. And here we are at post 6, and this is the site of the Mosca Pass Toll Road. Gee, there was a toll that needed to be paid back then, I suppose. Maybe their version of Easy Pass. Okay. All right. Well, here we are at post 7, and this is the Wellington Ditch. And because this area only got about 11 inches of rain annually, the settlers had to create a way to get water for personal use, for their crops, and for their livestock, that they created a ditch. And so we have to do what we need to do, and nature helps us to do that. And here we are at post number 8, and this area is called A Peaceful Place to Ponder. And it offers a wonderful wooden bench made from trees here.
Watch your step.
You know, we live in a chaotic world, and sometimes it's just great to get out in nature. And I will read directly what it says here in this booklet. Walk down to the creek and pause for a moment here at A Peaceful Place to Ponder. Take a seat. Listen to the wind rustling through the trees, the refreshing sound of water tumbling down the canyons, the meeny call of the white-breasted nuthatch or other songbirds. Close your eyes and smell the crisp air, the scent of evergreens. Is this what you hear and smell where you live? Take time to experience and consider the serenity of an area such as this. Is this what you hear and smell where you live? Take the time to experience and consider the serenity of an area such as this. Well, I'm happy to say that my backyard has a lot of trees. It's very peaceful and quiet. I have a vegetable garden and flower gardens and a hen house with 2 hens, Gracie and Ruby. So yeah, you know, make time to be with nature. You'll find it very healing. Now it's on to the next post. Here we are at post 9, and here to my left you'll see Douglas fir. And many of us know Douglas fir from Christmas trees. And there's other plant life here. There's cactus and yucca plant. And it's all here. And you can smell. Can you smell the scent of pine trees? It's really, really wonderful. Okay. And now, next we're going to go to... Wow, here we are at post 10. It's called The Sea in a Storm. Gee, it does look like a rainstorm is coming, but look at that. Imagine in the 1800s or any time after that or before that, where these trees weren't yet so high, this vegetation was all here yet, and you just happen to be either walking or with your wagon and your family and your livestock and your wares, and suddenly you come across these unbelievable sand dunes. What a beautiful sight. And we were there earlier today sledding in some of those sand dunes. Isn't nature just incredible? Wonderful. Let's continue on. Here we are at post 11, and this area is called Wildfire. In 2000, a human-caused wildfire destroyed thousands of acres. And so this is what's left of that. You see sparse
Rebirth.
trees. Yeah, rebirth, but you'll see some sparse trees. And again, we need to be really careful, and we really need to preserve nature in all its beauty.
Whoa, that's rain.
Yes, it looks like it's raining.
It's pouring over there.
It's pouring at that end. Clouds over here. And
So
the sun still trying to
we better get back.
Here we are at post 12, and this is a spectacular view of San Luis Valley, which spans 100 miles north to south. Right now it looks like it's raining over there. It's pouring, but can you imagine this on a different day with different weather? It's just stunning either way. And if you look straight ahead, that is Harold Mountain, which is named after the Harold family who came here in the 1870s to Colorado. And it's about over 13,000 feet, and it's also part of the Sangre de Cristo mountain, which is over 14,000 feet. Sangre de Cristo means blood of Christ. So it's just you. On one side you have the sand dunes over there, and right behind it you have these majestic mountains. It's just nature complementing nature. And now we're heading down to the last post. Post 14 is up. The last post on this nature trail. And what a wonderful, interesting landscape. Capturing that from long ago with that from today. And you'll see here the roads, the modernization of nature, the roads and cars to get us to all these wonderful national parks. John and I have been to many national parks in the States and also in the U.S. Virgin Islands. And this park is park number 29, Great Sand Dunes National Park. Wow. You know, I love nature trails. I love learning about them. I love that the parks provide information for hikers and walkers alike to learn more about what they are privileged to be a part of. And this was a half-mile trail we were probably on it 45 minutes maybe to an hour, but in such little distance we uncovered and learned so much. And look at the weather, you know, the change in weather without warning, really. And now we're going to head back to our RV because it looks like we might get caught in the rain. But the good news is I have an umbrella and I have my rain jacket in my backpack. Okay, happy trails, everyone. Well, what a great time. Now it's time to return this beautiful booklet of our nature trail back in here for other hikers to use. And the good news is that if we want a copy, we can request a free one at the Visitor Center, and that's what we're going to do. But we're also going to head to the RV quickly because, do you hear that? Thunder, and it looks like it's going to rain. Well, here we are, day 2 of our wonderful time at Great Sand Dunes National Park. We had such a great time yesterday, and right as soon as we got in our RV, buckets of rain, thunderstorms, and lightning. It was really an amazing sight, and it was all good as we were on our way to another organic farm, Jones Organic Farm, where they grow a variety of potatoes, and it was such a wonderful experience. The owner, Mr. Rob Jones, helped me to pick potatoes. I picked 15 and I was in heaven. And the most wonderful thing was that when I asked how much do we owe you, he said they're free. What wonderful hospitality. It's just been really great here in Alamosa and in Great Sands National Park. So today we're going to go to do more hiking on the dunes, and we're also going to go to La Zapata Falls, which is outside the park. And I'm happy to say I got my Junior Ranger patch after completing the Junior Ranger book. There is so much to learn at national parks, and you don't have to be a kid. I'm a very tall kid to do the Junior Ranger program. You just learn so much. I think this is my 25th patch, and this is park number 29. And tomorrow we're heading to Mesa Verde, and we're really excited about that. So we'll take you to a couple of things today, and so just follow us, follow me. Wonderful view. Well, it's about 12 noon on this beautiful day. We just had lunch in the RV. We had our leftover dinner from last night, which was sauteed vegetables, amazing vegetables with grilled organic hamburger on slices of the bread that I made at home, also organic. But here we are. We're on our way to the Dunes Overlook, and we are a mile away. Right here, we're at the Pinion Flats Campground, and we hiked about a quarter mile up, and now we're going to go to enjoy the beautiful Dunes Overlook. So here we go. Just follow me over here. And it's a mile, but it's probably very rocky and steep. So we'll take our...
Taking it easy.
Yeah, take it easy. And we can't wait to see the fabulous overlook. Come on. What an amazing view. Very nice. And of course we have to be very careful when we go down this trail. Wearing good hiking boots is important. Really beautiful. And John is really enjoying this hike, aren't you?
I sure am.
Very good. Okay. Well, we're taking a hydration break. It's important to, carry plenty of water, your favorite hydration, and stay hydrated. And here is where we went sand sledding yesterday, right over here. Yep, and I could see tiny, tiny little dots. Those are people enjoying the dunes. These dunes are a reminder that we are all but a speck on the planet. Okay, so now we're going to continue our hike to the Dunes Overlook. Wow, I just noticed this tree, and I learned this morning in the visitor center that this is a ponderosa pine tree. And I've always wondered, since I've been here, why the tree was like sort of chipping away, and the bark was like kind of being removed. Turns out that this, for I guess thousands of years, the indigenous people and the settlers who lived here would use the bark as food for medicinal purposes. They would, ground it up and mix it in their flour. They would mix it in their stews. They would make teas. And now I know why this tree is the way it is and wonderful qualities that it has. I'm a tree lover, so this is a really amazing fact that I learned while here at Great Sand Dune. We have arrived. That took us about an hour, that 1 mile. And this is the Dunes Overlook. Yes. And it goes around, and we came down this way, and more beautiful nature, landscape, and sand dunes. Now we're going to rest a little bit,
A little snack.
have a snack. It's always good to pack hydration and some food. We have chocolate chip cookies, we have cantaloupe, and just a few things to give us.
And trail mix.
Oh, and trail mix. Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
There's another vegetable.
Enjoy the view. Well, we've enjoyed our time here at the dunes, and now we have to get back down to earth, so to speak. And there is our RV parked over there. I don't know if you can see it. So we are up here over, I think, 89,000 feet, because the trailhead
8,900 feet.
8,900 feet, my mistake. And so now we have to go down. And so this is not actually, the elevation is not that high. We've hiked in higher elevations. And that's the thing about hiking in certain places, especially with high elevation like Colorado. Always make sure to stay hydrated and really prepare for these hikes much earlier at home. Do a little walking. If you're a runner, run. Exercise and get prepared for the hike. So now we have to go up, to go down, to go up, and to go down. Come follow me because our next stop is La Zapata Falls, or is it Zapata Falls, which is another really wonderful sight to see, and it's just right outside the park. So let's go check out that waterfall. As the clouds move, so
Because there's shadow.
yeah, the shadows also move on the sand. It's really, look at that. Oh, that's where we were yesterday.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like magic, but it's not. Okay, well, we made it to Zapata, which is about a 20-minute drive from Great Sandals National Park, and we were happy to get here. Getting up here, the trail is very treacherous, and a lot of boulders, a lot of rocks, so you have to be careful. Once we got here, to see the falls, you have to put yourself across the creek. And we lost some time because we were giving the wrong directions by someone else. We went really out of the way and then discovered we were going the wrong way and came back down. So because of our time constraints, we're not going to be able to see the waterfall. But the wonderful thing about this is that it's so cool. Oh my God, what a relief from the heat and the sun as we were going up the trail. So now we're going to go back down, and if you get to enjoy Zapata's Fall, that would be wonderful. And very cool. There are a lot of people here, a lot of children, and you have to take your turn going across the creek for just a quick moment with the waterfall. So prepare to get soaking wet. Your shoes, your boots won't get soaking wet. Up to probably mid-leg. So yeah, but it's been a wonderful time here, and this is one of the beautiful gems outside the park. There are always gems outside every national park, so enjoy them. Okay, so I'll see you at Mr. Birdie National Park. We're headed there tomorrow morning. Happy trail.